Hey everybody, I'm sorry I'm behind the scenes trying to do some things, but listen, happy Wednesday. I'm glad to see y'all in the building. Let me see. I don't know what's going on here, okay? I had to fix the lighting a little bit, but I'm glad to see y'all. Let me get comfy, okay? Listen, happy Wednesday. We're here in the building, and it's called Trending Topics Wednesday. Listen, loose lips seek ships. These assistants out here are running their mouth. I'm not going to get me an assistant. I needed one, but I'm not going to get one. They got loose lips. They be telling all the business. They become disruptive. And they want to run their mouth. Kevin Hart assistant or ex-assistant went over there to Tasha K. The people love to go to Tasha K. Shout out to her for that. But guess what? Don't come over here. I ain't got time to be sued by no celebrity. So Kevin Hart took his grievances to the court. Called his lawyer. Lawyer put in the paperwork. Suing Tasha K. Backstage is full, y'all. We full house. I see somebody trying to get on the train. The train is already packed. The train is packed. So, the assistant went over to Tasha K running her mouth. Said allegedly Kevin Hart has a gambling problem. Allegedly Kevin Hart, he's still cheating on his wife. Sleeping with everybody and anybody. Allegedly some of these people are getting pregnant with a little heart in their belly. Now, what they do with it, I don't know. I didn't watch the interview. I didn't go behind the paywall. I always wait till Tasha puts it out on YouTube. But Kevin Hart is claiming, he's claiming that Tasha, before she put out the interview, tried to extort him for $250,000. And he said he ain't having it. Now he's suing her. He's suing the assistant because he said the assistant signed the NDA and she was supposed to shut her mouth. So he's suing both of them. Listen, loose lips sink shits. We're going to talk about it. So it's Kevin Hart versus Tasha K. Then we got Kim Zolciak versus her creditors. What a mess of a mom. Now listen, motherhood is not easy. We all do the best we can. But not only is she destroying her credit, she's destroying her daughter's credit too. And listen, I understand the kids don't need to be in all the business. But when you don't have any money, and the December 25th is going to come around, listen, treat your kids good all year round. December 25th comes around and you broke as a joke and you still gonna go buy Christmas gift for the kids so you could pretend all is well. Get out of here. Y'all about to get kicked out the mansion. They're repoing the cars. They're about to shut off the light. They're about to shut off your water, off the gas. You wrote a letter to the court begging them not to foreclose on your home because you said that your kids would be homeless. And you buying Christmas gifts? And now she got in her daughter, she put her daughter's name on the Range Rover. The payments was $1,900 a month. You can't pay. So now your credit and your daughter's credit is going up in smoke. Her daughter's 26. She needs to go find herself a studio apartment and go work at Target and run. Because the other daughter's living her best life with her rich boyfriend. And she ain't looking back. Then we got Angela White. I put up there Blac Chyna. I got to fix that. She's Angela White now. Angela White and Tiger, they about to baptize King Cairo. And they want the people, they don't care, family members, cats, dogs, assistants, they want them all to sign an NDA if they want to be a part of this baptism. If you come to the baptism, no phones, no watch. You know how people got the phone on the watch your phones and all that? No. Don't take a picture. Don't say a word. Don't say nothing bad about Tiger. Shut your mouth. If you come and you run your mouth, you will owe us $500,000. I will skip the baptism. I'm good. I'll see King Cairo later. I ain't going through all that to come to the baptism. You know how naturally you talk about things that you do? What if I slip up and say, yeah, I was over there at the baptism, and then y'all try to come get me for $500K? Get out of here. I'm not going. I ain't going. No. Now, I'll comply and won't be taking pictures, but I ain't signing no NDA that I'm going to be liable for $500,000. Get out of here. I ain't doing that. No, I'm not. Not at all. So listen, people. It's Wednesday. It's trending topics. We got to board this train. We got to board the train. Can I get a what in the chat? I need a what? I need a choo-choo. All aboard, everybody. It's Wednesday night, and we got to board this train. Loose lips sink ships, okay? We're going to talk about it. Let me bring the people in the building. Hey, Leo.
Hey, loose lips sink ships. Choo-choo.
Let's talk about it, okay? Hey, in my opinion.
Hey, Diva, silence is golden. Choo-choo.
Come on now, silence is golden, okay? Let me see. Okay. Hey, E. Hey, Felicia.
Oh, the mute is working now. I was talking to you, but I was on mute. Hey.
Oh, okay.
Everybody.
The mute is working. Hey, Wayne. Hey, Robin. Somebody. Okay, maybe that was Robin. No, it's not Robin. Can you mute Wayne? Hello. Yes, Wayne, you giving an echo. Hey, Tay. Denzel.
Hello. Good evening. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Y'all.
They said it's Whiskey Wednesday. Oh, listen. And y'all have y'all some whiskey on this card. Don't be blaming what you say on the alcohol, okay? Listen, we're going to get into it. Loose lips sink ships. I don't know what's going on with these Simpsons. 2023 has been, what a year for the people. They still on these streets jacking TD Jakes for filth. I'm going to leave that alone, though. Whew. The smoke and the heat is hot. You know, Will Smith, brother Bilal, was running his mouth, saying Will Smith, was doing things with the men's. And said he came back to Tasha K for part 2. But little does Bilal know, nobody cares. Bilal's trying to get his 15 minutes of fame, but no one cares. He can keep going back to Tasha K. Tasha K getting sued. Brother Bilal better watch out. Okay. So now we got Kevin Hart's assistant in the streets running her mouth. Well, you know what? Her butt might have put out a check she's not going to be able to cash. I told you before, money is king. You could be right in the court of law and don't have enough money to defend yourself, and you will go down. And people, when they have money for days, sometimes they play games with you. They keep dragging out the court case, hoping you just run out of money. Tasha. What is going on? We're going to go ahead and start with this Tasha K situation. Might as well go ahead and get it out the way. So Kevin Hart sues controversial YouTuber Tasha K for extortion. He said she tried to extort him, okay? And he wasn't having it. So Kevin Hart is suing controversial... Hold on, let me pause that. Why did it do that? Hold on one second, guys. Okay. So Kevin Hart is suing controversial YouTuber Latasha Kibi, known as Tasha K, for extortion after she allegedly threatened to release a bombshell interview with the former assistant unless he paid her a 6-figure ransom. Tasha, you serious right now? Hold on, let me pause all this so we won't get in and have any problems, okay? According to the lawsuit obtained by Page 6, Wednesday, Kebe sat down with actor's former assistant, Misha Shakes, in November 2023 to record an interview in which the latter made false and defamatory statements regarding Hart. The comedian 44 claims that after the interview an alleged affiliate of Kebe called his team and threatened to publish the interview unless Hart paid a ransom of $250,000. Ooh. At the time, they allegedly warned Hart that the stories told, which had to do with his marriage and business dealings, would be damaging to his reputation. Kebe then posted a teaser for the interview in which she and Shakes allegedly tooted the supposedly salacious and damaging nature of the interview as a threat to Hart for not paying the ransom. The teaser included a statement from Kebe at the 2:06 mark of the video, specifically warning that when you don't pay, we have to get money by any means necessary, the lawsuit claims. Is Tasha out in these streets trying to find money to pay Cardi B by any means necessary? I don't know. We're going to talk about it. The teaser included a statement from Kebe. I said that part. At that point, the Jumanji Stars team allegedly contacted the police and sent the YouTuber a cease and desist letter, noting that Shakes had previously signed a non-disclosure agreement, as well as a confidentiality agreement while working for Hart from 2017 until 2020. You know, Tasha K said way back when she wipes her behinds with cease and desist. She didn't learn from Cardi B. So I guess when she got this cease and desist from Kevin Hart, she was like, whatever. Yet on December 22nd, Kebe allegedly told Hart that she would be posting the full interview, which went live that evening on her subscription-based website. Oh my God, that's the assistant. The assistant is messy. Loose lips, and she sunk her ship. In the interview, Shakes touched on several legal disputes in which he had been involved in and alleged that the father of four has a gambling addiction and is a habitual cheater. The actor is now suing both women for extortion and invasion of privacy. He is also suing Shakes for breach of contract and defamation. Meanwhile, he is also trying to get Kebe for intentional interference with contractual relations. Reps for Hart and Kebe did not immediately respond to our request for a comment. However, seemingly in the response to the unfiling, the controversial influencer reposted her interview with Shakes on her Instagram story. Oh my God. Yet, this isn't the first time that the online personality has got into trouble with the law, as Hart pointed out in the lawsuit. Hart lawyers cited the Unwind with Tasha K host's long history with defamatory and otherwise improper content regarding celebrities and other high-profile individuals, including Cardi B. For instance, most recently, she was found liable for damages exceeding $3 million in a defamation lawsuit by the musician Cardi B. The lawsuit read, pointing to the rapper's January 2022 win against the YouTuber. The Bodak Yellow rapper had sued Kebe in 2019 after the latter posted videos claiming the Grammy woman had prostituted herself, was addicted to hard drugs, was unfaithful to her husband Offset, had herpes, and even once effed herself with beer bottles. During the trial, Cardi testified that she felt extremely, like she wanted to unalive herself due to the online chatter started by Kebe, who she described as an evil person. Although Kebe filed for bankruptcy after losing the case, a judge later ruled that she couldn't use her financial ruin to avoid paying the rapper. Well, it looks like Tasha done got herself into some more trouble again. I guess, $4 million wasn't a good enough lesson for her. Leo, what are your thoughts?
Some people confuse infamy with status and power. So she got her name out here on these streets as being sued by Cardi B, right? And she lost. She lost that lawsuit, and she lost it heavily. Now, I there's one part you said in what you read that her people called Kevin Hart and said, "Pay up, or we gonna release it." Then in her own post, she said, if you not gonna pay, then you're gonna suffer the consequences, correct?
Yeah, and as part of the video.
As a part of the video.
Mm-hmm.
So there she is, being dumber than a head of lettuce,
Woo.
being dumber than a bag of rocks, implicating herself in a blackmail extortion scheme. I understand, Diva, that you give Tasha K a lot of credit for how she made her moves in YouTube to build her platform, but I'm not quite sure. Because can I weigh in on, can I put weight on what you said? Absolutely. But the type of moves that Tasha K making here in the present day don't really seem like she that savvy, that she that clever. Leave these people alone. Like, why are you doing this, Tasha K, to yourself?
I don't get it either.
I don't understand this. I don't understand how, because it's going to be her people, her ride or dies, that's going to come through and try to make like she doing something real smart and clever, undercover, trying to make something happen. But I just don't see it. At this point, I really don't see it. I don't understand what this is all about. A head of lettuce, yes. She does not have the sense of a head of lettuce. I cannot. With Tasha K, I'm exhausted with her as well. Stop running your mouth about people in ways that's not necessary. Right. She's talented enough to not have to extort people for $250,000. $250,000 ain't even, she done seen more money than that in her career.
Come on now. Yes.
I don't understand this. I really don't, Diva. I hope the panel can help me because I don't.
Yeah, I don't understand it. Woo. In my opinion, your thoughts?
Let me tell you something. This was less than smart on Tasha K's behalf, but then that's how she's moving these days, less than smart. I think Tasha K need to go back to therapy because that first therapy didn't do nothing for her. She got up here and cried and talked about how she wasn't ruining no more lives no more, how she learned her lesson, and this is what she showed us. So no, I don't have any hope for her.
Ooh, your all hope is gone, huh? You done. Ooh, she messed with the wrong one now, I think. You know, Kevin Hart. This is messy. E, you're up.
Hello, everyone. I seem to remember a video Tasha K released exactly 1 month ago around Thanksgiving. In this video, she apologized to Cardi. I remember everyone thought, you know, it was a full moon. She stated she made amends with her mother. And how therapeutic that was after battling low self-esteem and whatnot in previous SA. Tasha then stated how much she needed Cardi B. Because remember, Cardi B around this time was considering deleting herself. And Tasha said, Cardi, if you delete yourself, who is going to teach me my lesson? And those were powerful words. Who is going to teach me my lesson? Well, I think we may have an answer. I think Kevin Hart is here to teach Tasha her lesson, because Tasha said that she had already learned the lesson after what went down with Cardi B. She told all of her subscribers, everyone in the chat, I learned my lesson. She said, I'm going in a new direction. And I remember Tasha also said during that live, she has some new things coming to the channel and she was going to pay Cardi B every nickel of that $4 million. And I was thinking, wow, she has a whole lot coming to the channel, $4 million. So now this kind of adds some insight to that. If you're going around and trying to charge people on the back door to not do these interviews, you know, which I thought you were doing for the good of the people, I think that this may have cost you a little bit more than that $4 million in the long run. We don't know, because I thought it was going to be unwind with Cardi B, but it might be unwind with Kevin Hart in a minute. But about Kevin Hart, though, this seems to be a recurring theme with him. He's always saying that someone is extorting him, because I remember a few years ago, there was a tape that came out where he said people were trying to extort him and get money because of that tape of him with those women in the hotel room. Be clear. I believe that he has been cheating on his wife. Be clear. I believe he likes to go to the casino. I believe all of those things. However, if I am that person's assistant and I've signed a contract, not my business to tell. I just work here. You get what I'm saying? That's not my business to tell. And so while I understand Tasha was trying to sell the story, you lied to us, because I was one of those people who went to Tasha K's channel, and she may not give a damn about me anyway, as she would say. But I resubscribed because I thought she had turned over a new leaf. And now this just lets me know you're more cunning, you're more cutthroat, and you're more underhanded than what you were previously. You haven't learned the lesson at all. And when Cardi came back on her Instagram after talking about it with her mom, because she was considering dropping that soon, and she says, you know what, she's evil. She had me fooled. She hasn't learned the lesson. I believe Cardi B was right. I hate to say that, Tasha. Shame on you. I'm unsubscribing.
Oh my God. Woo! You said unsubscribing. You know, I said when she did that live that she had a lot more people to apologize for, and I didn't fall for the shenanigans, right? But what is very extremely sad that she really is still in these streets, desperate and cutting a fool to the point where you are extorting people, allegedly, right? Allegedly, to not put this video out. It's not hard for me to believe that she didn't reach out to him and say, you know what? All right, this is about to drop. What do you want to do? You want to stop it? It's not hard for me to believe that. But Tay, you're up.
If I was Tasha, I would lay low and don't say nothing at all. If I was her, I'll be lay low and tell that if I was Tasha Diva, I would shut my mouth and tell her that she ain't gonna learn. She ain't gonna learn, Diva. She gonna keep going and going and going. This ain't gonna be the last time or her front of Tasha K. And that's my thought.
I appreciate you. So MJ, a few people are saying that, y'all please stop being gullible. Kevin Hart is lying. Tasha K did not extort him. She is too smart to give him that kind of leverage. You think so? But she wasn't too smart not to get into a position where she owed Cardi B $4 million. You got to talk to me, MJ, because I'm not making the connection here. Smart is, you were told 1,000 times over with Cardi B, there's a cease and desist. And you said you wipe your butt with cease and desist. So now you're saying that there's no way she would have went that far? She's desperate right now. She's desperate. And desperate came out when she came and cried online talking about Cardi B, I love you. I don't want you to unalive yourself. And then 2 seconds later, she was back to the shenanigans all over again.
And accusing her husband of cheating, because she accused Offset of cheating afterward. And we know that she's not in her right state of mind, because I would be willing to bet, I think Tasha is smart to a certain degree. But remember, her whole life is upside down. You had to move, you had to leave your dream home, and you sent your baby away to Africa to go and live and raise because you had to work so much. Stop it, I say.
Yeah. Robin, you're up.
Yes, good evening, everyone. I'm going to say that because I don't know her personally, I wait for the whole Tasha K thing to be adjudicated, however it might be, through a settlement or through court. But my hope is that a lot of folks who are commenting and speaking about how bright she is and how smart she is, I question that mostly because she didn't seem smart enough to give herself daylight between the case adjudicated against her and in favor of Cardi B. And now, one would think that because, as E said, she upended her whole life, she changed everything, sold stuff, moved, tried to hide stuff. She's problematic to herself. And she had done, from what I understand, a really good job of building a great platform. She has a lot of subscribers. And instead of taking the lesson learned from being defiant about what she was told, she's just like doubling and tripling down to the point where she's reminding me of the old Bugs Bunny type commercials. You know, when they keep digging a hole, next thing you know, they in China. She's going to start speaking Chinese in a minute.
Yeah. Somebody, I'm getting feedback. MJ say, didn't Will say he was suing Tasha K? No, it was not Will. It was Jada. Whatever happened to that lawsuit? Please, folks, use your critical thinking skills. The celebrities are having tantrums because they're getting exposed. Yeah, the celebrities may be having tantrums, but let's be clear. Kevin Hart has a point, okay? The assistant signed an NDA. Now, if he did something like SA's to assistant, then the NDA doesn't count. Mm-hmm. But if you're telling his business, because he slept with somebody else, and the woman even sat there, the little clip that I saw, she sat there and said, and I told Nico Hart, and Nico, I don't have anything against you. Girl, what are you doing? What are you doing? So at best, the girl sunk her ship. Now, the only way that Tasha would have sunk her ship in this particular situation is if what he's saying is so. I don't see Kevin Hart being that stupid to say that she or someone in her camp tried to extort money from him, and this lawyer took it, and there's literally no evidence that it was so. Time will tell, but I don't see it being that way. Wayne, you're up.
I just want to say to Leo, that was really gracious to say she had the brain of a lettuce. Well, lettuce got cells in it, but a rock doesn't. Okay? So she's as dumb as a rock. That's the way I look at it. And I don't know how she would convince somebody to come on there knowing that they have an NDA and to put them in jeopardy, to get them, you know, it's like, you know, getting a kid to tell you something and say, oh, just tell me. I won't tell anybody. So I think she did, even though I'm sure nobody twisted the girl's arm, but to have somebody to come at you with that and knowing, I mean, the assistant was, I mean, I don't understand it. You know, like you said, you sign an NDA, okay? And you come on a show like this. What did she expect? I mean, if this is true and there is a lawsuit out, what did the assistant expect? And Tasha, unless it's all alleged, but she got somebody saying that this happened. So I think she put, not only aside from putting herself in, you know, in the way of a lawsuit, she put somebody else, you know. But the other girl, I don't know how old she was. From what I could see, looked like she wasn't that old. But I mean, you just kind of expect some common decency. You know, things like these, you know, destroy people's lives. I don't know anything about Kevin Hart, what he does, or anything. But if he had an NDA, I think Tasha should have just respected that and kind of like, okay, I'm not going to touch this, especially after what she went through with Cardi. You know, her money must be longer than what people think. What, 3 million plus 2? That's like 3.25. And you got it? That's just said, you know, I just think it's just ridiculous that she would even do that. And like you say, no, she ain't learned a lesson.
Zero lesson learned.
I think if this did happen, I thought maybe it was like, you know, hey, if it's 250, look, here's the 250. Let's just get this out the way. You know, probably think, oh, Kevin Hart got a lot of money. You know, he'll pay it. But turn the tables on him. Oh no, I'm a sue. So if all that would happen, if it's true, and they put it out there like that, you know, she may have to cough up some more money. But Kevin will have to stand in line behind Cardi.
Well, I want to say this. she recently interviewed from one of the reality shows some chick that was alleging that she was pregnant and had an affair with one of the girl's husbands, and the girl ended up being a whole liar. So MJ, I'm not mad at you because you're connected, and I'm just you telling us to use our critical thinking skills, but I'm gonna reverse it and ask you to use yours too. Do you remember that story? Because you seem to be closely following Tasha K. Do you remember that story with Candace from the Real Housewives of Potomac? And Tasha K interviewed the alleged mistress, who the detectives on the street found out that the mistress had a whole sonogram from off the internet, and the girl came out later saying that she lied. You see where I'm coming from, MJ? So you know, and if you know me, MJ, and Leo even said it just now in this video. I gave Tasha credit where credit is due, but I'm fair when I do these things. At least I try to be. This whole thing is messy. It's messy. So she said, to your point, because she went through the legal situation with Cardi B, that's why she's covering her tracks. What tracks did she cover? Literally 2.2 seconds ago, as I mentioned, she interviewed somebody who claimed they was a mistress, and then that person lied. Tasha did not extort Kevin Hart. He's lying. Not too desperate to catch a criminal case. All right, MJ. We appreciate you for being here. Felicia, you're up.
Hear that sound?
Santa Claus? What's that?
That's the sound of the season. And you know what that means? You know when you see the people at the Salvation Army and they got that pail and they're asking you for the coins and they go, everybody want to get paid. Everybody need that money. Wayne said, well, why would the assistant do that? She got to get paid. Okay, she need money. Why wouldn't Tasha not learn her lesson? She got bills to pay. The new year is coming. Oh, why poor Christian? He drank the Hennessy. He tell us he hurting, but he need 100,000. Folks need the money. It's the holiday season. There's no difference, sisters, than those of you in that middle row and the back row. You have more. You have more resources. You have your heat. You got your light. You got your family. You got your dignity. And you're not out here hustling people. Hustling people and manipulating people to bring you some money. Now, for those of you who don't know the definition of extortion, because that's where I'm going to focus on.
Okay, well, let me sit up. Go ahead now. Talk to us now.
The practice of obtaining something, especially money, through force or threats. So Tasha needs money. She uses this assistant, but maybe she gave the assistant $2,000, $3,000. Who knows? Then she makes a call, or somebody in her group makes a call and says, we're not going to drop this if you don't want us to. Send me $250,000. And we're not offended. There's one thing I do have, and that's critical thinking skill.
You got to talk to the people.
Okay. So no, I can think above the level of a hammer. Okay. And I'm very clear. Why we got colored girl Taraji Henson out here? I ain't getting no money. I'm not getting paid. I gotta always start from the bottom. After I break that glass ceiling, I'm back to the bottom. We need money. It's the holiday season. We know how these people party New Year's Eve. They gotta have the Gucci and the Louis, and they gotta be on the yacht. They gotta be popping these bottles. They have to look good, be with all the right people. It takes money. So what's the answer?
Amen.
So I hope the people in the back heard that. MJ is sticking to it, standing her ground. She said the housewife story and this Kevin Hart situation are not the same. Kevin Hart is way bigger than Candace from Real Housewives of Potomac. MJ, it is the same. It's the premises of her integrity. Girl, come connected, MJ. Get connected.
And really,
Come
though,
on board with us.
Diva, the whole thing started with Cardi B, started with that Starlight, that Star Marie, remember? She came through on Tasha K on the interview and told all the lies.
See, you are, whether you want to be a blogger, a YouTuber, whatever y'all want to label us as, you do have a responsibility. And you got an even bigger responsibility when your platform is bigger. When you have 500,000, 1 million, whatever your number is. Tasha K got 1 million subs. But not only that, it's about her influence also. Not for nothing. You know, Stormer Rose said how they struck his channel for his TD Jake story. And they got him on, hear me people, and hear me MJ, they got him on a video that 99% of the people on YouTube showed also. And I ain't trying to get nobody channel struck. You understand what I'm saying? They got him on a video that tons of other YouTubers use. But why did they strike him? Because of his influence, because of his reach. Too much is given, much is required. You sitting there with 1 million plus subs. You know that you got the influence. You running your mouth recklessly. In every story you don't need to take because you are Tasha K. She does interviews and people watch. So why can't you say, you know what, I hear you, sis, but I'm good. Take that story somewhere else. Well, yeah, okay. So, you know, take that somewhere else. No, girl, what is your point here? And why do I want to deliver the story? I think about that too. What's my point of delivering this story? Where am I going to get? How are we going to learn something? What are the people going to get? Listen, this girl telling us that Kevin Hart is a cheater, that was no surprise to me. He cheated on his first wife. He left her for dead. She was broken. She was on the streets. Go back and look at his first wife's story. It took her a minute to recover when Kevin Hart left her. Yeah, he cheated on his second wife while she was pregnant. He got in a bad accident in the car, allegedly sitting on somebody's lap. To say this man is a cheater is not shocking to me, and it's nothing new. Girl, why are you here? That's what I would ask the assistant. Why are you here? Okay, he has a gambling problem. Okay, again, why are you here? What am I giving to people? What am I going to teach the people? Why are you here? Some people will come to distract your destiny. And you better wake up and know it. And if you don't know it, you better have some good people in your corner that say, don't touch that bull. It ain't worth it. Carry on. So when you are in certain positions, you got to know your own worth. And we ain't trying to be funny. Taraji, know your own worth. Don't get distracted by the devil. So this girl coming sitting on your platform, she told us stuff we already know, that the man is a cheater. What they do? We know he's a cheater. Now what? I told his wife, do you know how many non-celebrity wives have been told by their girlfriends, the people in the church, the next door neighbor, that their husband is down the block and cheating every time they go to work and buy a cup of coffee? The other chick done been in their house and all of that, and they still stay. So this girl didn't have no new information. None. Why is she here? What are we going to learn from? He got caught cheat. Come on. He been caught cheat. We know he's a cheater. So now what? His wife knows too, but she likes her things. She not leaving her mansion.
She sure do.
She not leaving her Louis bag, her Gucci, all that behind.
Be
No.
another Camille Cosby.
And you know what too? She don't want to own up to the fact and face the fact that the same thing he did to wife number one, he ended up doing to her. Because when she got into it, quiet as is kept, in her mind, she was like, it won't be me.
Bam.
And she nearly died, I promise you, because these stories, they have been going on before we was born, and they will continue when we're all gone. She thought, nah, he cheated on that first wife. It'll never be me. Laughed at her. This is all alleged. This is Diva's mind speaking, okay? Said it won't be me. And then when she woke up and found it was her, she wanted to die. And every day in that house, although she is, giving up everything so she could be in the mansion, she's dying inside. Because there's no woman in this world that wants to live with a man that is cheating on her. Because every day it happens, their self-esteem gets lower and lower and lower and lower until it's straight in the gutter.
Especially a man that's 4'11". Tell it, Diva. Choo-choo.
Napoleon.
Julius, you're up.
Carly, don't drop the debt. Get that $4 million, Cardi B. Get that $4 million. She hasn't learned her lesson. That's all I really got to say.
I appreciate you. Thank you, Julius. Denzel, you're up.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Well, it seems like Tasha K never learned her lesson. I will say this. Do I believe? Wait a minute. Is that's his old assistant, correct?
2017 to 2020.
Okay. Just making sure. Do I believe what his old assistant is saying? Do I believe what his old assistant is saying about him? Maybe she might be telling the truth about him. She might be telling the truth about him, but at the same time, she signed an NDA, so that that means shut your mouth, and that's what you're supposed to do. Tasha K, she needs to be careful what she's doing, because she seems like she's never going to learn until she until the wrong person might come to her. She needs to be careful. But is she gonna be careful? Probably not, because it's Tasha K. It's Tasha K. Seems like she ain't gonna learn. And all I got to say is Tasha K need to watch her back, because all money ain't good money.
Right. All right.
So that's in. That's all, divas. Sorry for my time.
You're fine. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. We're going to see how this pans out. 2024 seems like it's going to be a rough year for many celebrities, okay? Because there's a lot going on right now in that situation. All I could say is that, Kevin Hart doesn't seem to be playing with her. We wish her the best, but it seems at this moment, no lessons were learned. Now, Robin put in the chat that this assistant was getting $30K a year. Well, again, I said this before when it comes to pay. Don't be crying if you signed up for it. If you go for a job and they tell you $30,000 and that's not what you want, then be like, no, I'm good. But see, a lot of them want to be in these celebrity faces. I'm not starstruck like that. What you did you say 30,000? No, I'm good. I could go to Target and Walmart and get $30,000. No, I'm not sitting up in your face all day, and then I gotta see the nastiness, keep your secrets and all of that, sign all these NDAs for $30,000. No, not me. I keep telling people, get your integrity back, get your morals back, pick them up off the ground. You don't need to be no celebrity face that bad, and they only paying you $30,000, and you got to sign on $10 lines, and you can't even have a lawyer look at what you signing because you can't afford it. No, we're not doing all of that.
If I may, Diva.
Yes.
You can't even live on $30K in California.
Mr. Combs' chef, who was working 15, 18 hours a day, she was making a lot less. I'm just saying.
Well, you know how I felt about that. She another one.
Yeah.
I'm not cooking eggs for breakfast, cooking them chicken for lunch, and doing all this other stuff. I'm not doing all that.
No. But I think the point here is the extortion piece.
No, it is.
That's the point. It's not, well, you know, Mr. Hart may or may not have been cheating. He may or may not have been unfaithful. Right. It's the extortion piece. And if it's true that someone from her business made that phone call, there's no gray area here. She's got a major problem. Major problem.
Major. And listen, they could, you know, technology, they could backtrack where that phone call came from. Oh, yeah. I don't think he just decided, you know what, I'm gonna say she tried to extort me. I don't see that. But you know, stranger things has happened and time will tell. We're gonna move on. Tasha K, we wish you the best. Wish you all the best here. I can't explain it. Don't know what she's doing. It's crazy to me, but hey, that is me. We're going to move on now because you know what? I'm going to do this Kim Zolciak case before I do Blac Chyna, right? I'm going to do the Kim Zolciak case. And what I'm going to say about this is, you know, long time ago, I told you I was born and raised in the Bronx. I seen a lot of things happen. You know, I heard about mothers who put their light bills in their kids' name. Kids 18, it got bad credit, but it had nothing to do with them themselves. It had to do with their parents putting their names or their kids, stuff in their kids' name, credit cards, all of that. Yeah, shout out to the Bronx, Robin. Okay, so, you know, here you got Kim Zolciak. They are one of the worst case scenarios that we have seen in terms of the celebrities that right before our eyes, they are just going down in ruins. They're delusional because I would have been moved out of that mansion. They're selling designer stuff online, and here it is Christmas. And the best you're going to do with your money, instead of paying the people you owe, is to buy some Christmas gift for the kids. Where they do that at? And then you got, let's share this screen here. Where do I have her at? Here we go. Now, Brielle, she need to run for the hills like her sister did. Sister is over there with the boyfriend living her best life. So Kim Zolciak and daughter Brielle accused of missing payments for a Land Rover. Bank sues to seize the car. She's 26. She's ruined her whole life trying to save her mother in the delusional world that they live in. So Kim Zolciak's daughter Brielle Bierman was dragged into the ex-Real Housewives of Atlanta star's latest legal problem. According to court documents obtained by Radar Online, Ali Bank filed a lawsuit against the Bravo star and her 26-year-old daughter. In the suit, Ali said the defendants entered into a retail installment sale contract for the purchase of a 2019 Land Range Rover. Defendants had defaulted on their obligations under the contract. The suit said as of May 31st, 2023, defendants are indebted to Ali in the sum of $83,000. You might as well say $84,000. I mean, this is unbelievable. When does this stop? Per the deal, the defendants were to make payments of $1,900 per month. Ali's lawsuit requested permission to take possession of the car. Just go take it. They need to seize everything in their house. Matter of fact, they need to have a lawn sale. The lawsuit is the latest in a string of financial woes for the Real Housewives of Atlanta star. Kim and her estranged husband, Corey Bierman, are in the middle of a nasty divorce. Their divorce is just disgusting. They owe taxes. Okay, they had another default judgment of $230K. They came and took Corey's SUV Rolls Royce. I mean, these two are living the life of luxury. They have a 9,500 square foot home. It has 7 bedrooms and 9 bathrooms. They begged the court not to let this thing go on foreclosure. The suit asked the court to have the foreclosure auction called off. The two said they was in the process of finding a buyer and needed extra time. Kim wrote an emotional declaration claiming her minor children would be homeless if the court didn't help them out. Can you imagine? But you buying Christmas gift. Kim said, we strongly believe that the proceeds from this sale can help alleviate our financial difficulties and secure a stable future for our children. However, the impending threat of foreclosure is looming over us, and time is of the essence. She added, Corey and I will face insurmountable financial hardship, and the most devastating consequence will be the impact on our children, who would be left homeless. Well, girl, this is your fault. We all know the police have been called to their house. American Express is after them. Target was after them. It's a mess. The part I'm pissed about is that her 26-year-old daughter is now dragged into this nonsense because the mother is putting her name on stuff. Leo, what are your thoughts?
Me diving for the mute button. Okay, so you know, I'm gonna read to y'all what a true narcissist is.
Oh, shoot.
Narcissism is extreme self-involvement to the degree that a person ignores the needs of those around them. While everyone may show occasional narcissistic behavior, true narcissists frequently disregard others and their feelings. They also do not understand the effect that their behavior have on other people. This woman is so deeply consumed with the outside impression of wealth. She has used her child's name and got this baby. Is she 26 years old? She's a grown woman, but that's your child. With $84,000 in debt. I can't. The level of disgust that I have for Kim Zolciak is beyond words for me. It's beyond words. What mother? You a mother though.
Oh, shoot. You better come on with Darius' words.
You a mother though. What mother would saddle their child? This girl ain't got no college degree. She ain't got no place to stay of her own. She ain't got no job. But she got $84,000 worth of debt. That she ain't have nothing to do with.
Come on.
Even
now.
if she agreed to it, you are her mother. What Felicia say? Children are what?
Be loved and protected, honey. You better talk about it.
I can't wait. I'm done with Kim on a whole deeper level. I hope the people come and get the house. I hope they come and get the shoes. I hope they come and get the wigs. I hope they come and get everything. Because this woman, if she could use these other children that she has, she would.
She would.
She would. God bless Adriana, what her name is, the other daughter. God bless her in her travels with her man. God bless her.
God bless her.
Because Kim, I am really disgusted with her and how she used her daughter's good name and tarnished it before she can even get started and take flight. This woman here is where your scooter. Use a piece of trash. Where the hell? Trash.
In my opinion, your thoughts?
Well, Diva, let me tell you something. What do you expect from a chain-smoking woman who all she want to do is worry about the next coin that's coming in and what she gonna spend it on? Listen here, this lady ain't a mother. She never has been a mother. We sat here and watched this lady with her passive-aggressive traits on this show. We saw her use her kids for everything they got. And she's selling their stuff as we speak.
Oh my God.
She sat here and said one of her kids was having a baby just so people clicked on they was going to sign up for a subscription. Trying to con people to come on to a subscription for her. This lady is beyond low. And how you going to sell something when you owe the IRS in the state of Georgia? They're going to have a lien on it. And they're going to get their money first, okay? You're not going to get your check till they get theirs. How you going to do that? I think they need to go ahead and put her in her place real quick and tell her she got 10 days to get out. These people with these cars, they don't never have to ask the courts for permission to take anybody else's cars. Why they got to ask permission for her?
I'm trying to tell you.
I mean, if it was one of us, shoot, they wouldn't ask you. You just look out there in the morning and they ain't be gone.
Or you will hear them coming with the beep, beep, beep.
They don't even do that no more because they get shot at. So, I mean, pow there. So they just take it on the quiet note. They halfway put it up there until they can get it down the street, and then they put it on there and get on out of there. But that's what I'm saying. Like, they don't need to do all of that. She owed Target. She owed the casinos. Her debt running so deep. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody can bail her out of this.
It's a mess. It's a mess. Bought the kids Christmas gifts despite the crippling debt. These two are delusional.
You better call Big Papa again.
Big Papa don't want nothing to do with this mess. Beautiful children. It's a shame. And the kids are seeing all of this mess that they go through every day. Unbelievable. E, you're up.
And y'all hit the like button for Diva.
Thank you.
So, I hope Kim's vaginal rejuvenation is not also in Brielle's name because, oh my God, I can't imagine them reversing the coochie. But listen, I'm not trying to be funny, but I seem to remember the season 10 Roa reunion when Kim was arguing with Kenya, and Kim told Kenya B. Cashmere made $15 million in just 1 year. And she was referring to her luxury skincare and cosmetics line, Cashmere Collection. And that website is still up because I just checked it. So it has been updated for 2023. So if you make $15 million in 1 year, why aren't you still making that money? That seemed to be a lucrative business. All I know is, bam, November 2022, TMZ reported the house is going to be foreclosed on. Okay, we talked about that. So then Kim came out and said, it's all a lie, everybody. Fake news. Okay, then what happened? Bam, February 18th, TMZ reported the house is going to the auction. Corey pleaded with the courts, please let us keep the house. I'll sell my designer shoes. I'll auction my Falcons memorabilia. I'll even sell plasma. Then what happened? Bam, November 16th, the courts are trying to foreclose the house again. Plus, the bank is suing them for that $230,000 for them defaulting on that line of credit. Who, in my opinion, just told y'all they owe Target, they owe Mercedes. Now you got this baby with this Land Rover in her name. I don't have any sympathy for Kim or these two big children, those big girls who we watch grow up on The Housewives. I don't have none at all, because this day was always going to come. It was always going to come. And I can't feel bad about the downfall when you were best friends with Candy, and I remember you stole the money from her, from Tardy for the Party. How much money you made on that? You can't keep robbing people. You can't keep stealing from people and living beyond your means. I remember when Kim tried to joke about Candy buying that house that Candy is still in right now, that she paid for in cash. And she said, oh, that's 20 minutes from Atlanta. Oh, this is in the ghetto. But it's paid for, though. She was trying to joke about Candy and selling bedroom candy. But look, though, she's still paid, though. Candy is still living off of her products. And Kim, you are losing everything. Listen, you better go find Big Papa. Well, no, we can't bring Big Papa into this. I heard he done lost them all. I don't know what we can do for Kim. I mean, you got the vaginal rejuvenation. I don't know. Diva, who can we hook Kim up with? Who's available?
You know what you left out, Eve?
What?
You left out that she was robbing Peter, but how come she didn't pay Paula at least a little something on her bill?
Uh-oh.
Listen, what we need for her is, listen, first of all,
who is that?
That's Ariel. That's the other daughter. That's the younger of the oldest of the two oldest kids. But she living her best life because her man seemed to have cash for days. Okay, so she good. She's above the nonsense right now. She lucked out. And I'm happy for her. This man seemed to have cash. She's living her best real life with the money. And that's the two sisters together. But the one sister seemed to have made it out of the shenanigans. She's doing well.
But you know, she did not touch her face as much as Brielle. Ariana looks more natural, even though she's had some Botox. She looks more natural than the other one.
She lost a lot of weight. She's mad tiny, but you know what? At least she's out of that toxic home. The home is toxic. And who can we get for her? We need to get her what do you call it? Accountant, a financial advisor, a bankruptcy lawyer. But I heard that they're not even paying their divorce attorneys. They owe everybody. Is dreadful. Denzel, you're up. Savannah said an education. Shoot. Yes, I do remember she was arrested. But hopefully she got her life together after that. I mean, you know, I don't drink, but growing up in that household full of lies and deceit, I mean, I guess she had to turn to something. I'm not in agreement with it, but you understand what I'm trying to say. Denzel, you're up.
But that's what all they do in their house anyway is drink.
Her mother constantly had a red cup in her hand. What do you want from this girl? It's messed up.
On the herbs, and they own the trees, the Christmas trees, allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah, some mess. Denzel, you're up.
Yeah, this is a hot, stinking mess. You know, her daughter, Ariana, she looks good, and her man got a lot of money, and that I'm happy for her. She got away from there. I feel bad for Brielle. How can Kim put her daughter's name for that car? Why did she do that? That's what she did, correct? So that's really messed up. Why she was wrong for putting her daughter Brielle's name on that car. That was really gutter low. I feel sorry for Brielle. I feel sorry for those other children, and Croy and Kim. They are really stupid, because why are you gonna buy Christmas gifts for your children and you know you deep in debt?
Come on now.
Stupid. They stupid. But excuse my language, Diva. Both of them are two dumb blondes.
They messy.
Yeah, and you know, like Nene said, and you know what? I'm gonna say this real quick. Well, like Nene said, in that season 10 reunion, when she was asking Kim, "Where's your scooter?" Because you need to get a scooter and she gonna probably live in the she probably gonna have to live in the ghetto, just like she was disrespecting Candy's house. Well,
Mhm.
Candy, she still got her house. Candy still got her businesses, but Kim, she don't got her. She about to lose her dream house, and Kim is gonna lose everything she got, and that's what you call karma. You got to be careful what you say, and um, and then I thought, and you know what, Diva, I thought Kim had a nursing degree. I
Listen,
thought
she does, but you know
she's.
what? No, either way, it's a mess. It's a mess.
Can I say something else?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I do believe she's a narcissist. She's a
Mhm.
narcissist. She's a habitual liar. She can't be trusted, and she better go to unemployment. Okay, she better go to unemployment. Sell every. She needs to go get a job, and nobody don't want that trash. She's pure trash. That's it. And that's all, Diva.
Thank you, Denzel.
Hmm.
The kids are beautiful, though. It's just such a shame. Yes, come on, y'all, hit the like button, get the lights up. All right, Tay, you're up.
Independence claimed by the eldest two.
Sebastian, you're not on mute, or if you are on mute, we can still hear you. I don't know what's going on with StreamYard because you are on mute, but I heard you. Go ahead, Tay.
All I say is they better get a job, a job.
That's it. Boom. Robin, you're up.
Yes, indeed. Okay, a couple of things. The first is the car that has the daughter's name on it. Is that her car, the one that she's driving? Because I recall that Brielle was like, there was some article about how she bought a black Range Rover with her own money. So I don't know if we're talking about the same vehicle.
Mhm.
But I'll say this: I'm not going to give her so much of a pass as some of the other panelists. She is 26 years old. She has passed a quarter of a century. Now, we know who raised her, and we know what the family values are, but we've also seen her and her sister traipsing across, at minimum, the country, hopping on planes and driving luxury vehicles. So they have some measure of understanding of what money is. I think, remember, they were shopping their own reality show, so they've chosen that course. But I think that I don't give them a pass, especially when you're 26 years old. At this point, the gig is up. Unless you're going to claim that you're disabled or 100% ignorant, unskilled to the point that you can't count to 10, then there's really no excuse for this. And I don't give them a pass at all.
I hear you.
Mhm.
I don't know what's going on with StreamYard today, but even when people on mute, I'm hearing like noises. But Felicia, you're up.
All right, so we got more fraudulent pictures. We got great lighting. People look happy. They look glad. They look whatever. Listen, the truth is everybody in this family is suffering, whether they live in the house or not. How do we know this? Many of us, you get that phone call, hey, cuz, how you doing? You know, we kind of got it rough over here. We need. So if her man got all this money and they so in love, they should be able to help her parents out. And maybe they are on block. Maybe they don't want to give them the money. I don't know. I don't care. It's unfortunate because this kind of thing is done way too often. I know for a fact that there are folks who don't have that kind of, or had that kind of wealth, who have had people misuse their social security numbers illegally. They have done these things, they have done it quietly. And when many of these young people come of age and they go out and they want to go to college and they use their social security number, they find out that they have 10, 15 years worth of debt and they're 17 years of age. Anybody know anybody like that has happened to them?
Yeah.
It's very, very unfortunate. And the only way that you are able to still pursue getting any kind of financial support from your city or state is you have to bring criminal charges against the person who used your social security number illegally. And often that could be your mother's sister, could be your mother, your father, could be a sibling, could be someone in your family. So it's a very difficult situation. You're asking a young person to file a charge against maybe a very much loved family member, and or not file and not have an opportunity to go to college and to pursue higher education, because the only way they could go is through the state and or city funding. So it's a sad story. I don't buy into the pictures. We had Tamar's pictures yesterday. We got this one's pictures today. They're all beautiful photos, but I don't think anybody's happy, because too many people, as we have seen again in the past 10 days, who are supposed to be celebrities, they've been giving us all the smoke and mirrors. They are 2, maybe 3 days, well, right after the new year, going down to social services. They got to get some EBT, they got to get some food stamps, they got to go try to find a job. And it's real for them. And they don't know if we're ready. But I want my sisters in the middle road and the back, you stay on point. You keep working, save your money. Don't be loaning out money. Don't be subsidizing would-be friends, would-be boyfriends. Protect yourself. So this is not your life, okay? All right, I'm done.
Woo! I hear you. Sebastian, you're up. Did I come to you already?
No.
Okay.
Okay. Kim and Brielle. Brielle is 26 years old. Auntie Robin said it the best. She knows responsibility. She knows right from wrong. At 26 years old, you know a lot and know what to do. So she chose this life if she wanted to give her mother her social security number to get those loans. She chose it. She chose it. Meanwhile, let's look at Ariana here. 22 years old, living the life that she should be living at 22. Coming from a household like Kim's. Oh God, Ariana's doing everything that she needs to do. I hope she makes sure she continues this happiness. I follow her on Instagram, and that boy that she's with, they've been. Why do I hear noise?
Because even though something's with StreamYard today, because even though everybody's muted, we're still hearing them.
Okay, so she's living her life. I follow her on Instagram, and that boy that she's with, they've known each other since they were 14 years old.
Oh.
They've known each other since they were 14 years old. So they probably are not even just girlfriend and boyfriend, they're actually friends, which is very important. I do think this though about Kim and what's his name? Croy and Brielle. I do think that yes, Croy did have a role to play in the debt, but Kim has the biggest role in the debt. They are remortgaging that house, and I remember reading an article saying that the house is under, I forgot what the mortgage term is, but like when you have more debt than like you have more loans against the house than it's actually worth.
Oh,
it's underwater.
It's underwater. Yes. Underwater. I remember reading that. Like, I feel bad for these kids, and I'm gonna say something, and I know it's gonna uproar the chat, but it's okay. The new year's coming in, and I'll change for the new year, but I have to get it off my chest.
Okay.
Children, the minor children, they need to do exactly what they do to Black families. These kids need to become property of the state. Remove them from Kim and Croy's handling, because clearly, if you can't make sure you get your finances right, I don't know how you're gonna make sure these kids are fed at night. I'm not with this nonsense at all that they continue doing. It is completely stupid that they want to constantly do this. And
hold on. Somebody's behind stage and like making a lot of noise, like doing something. I know y'all muted, but unfortunately we're hearing it. So
I think everyone should unmute and then remute again.
Yeah, maybe unmute and remute again. But go ahead, Sebastian.
So I do believe that these children, they need to do exactly what they do to Black kids. These kids need to become property of the state. And if we can hope that they'll most likely get a good home. They don't have melanin. They'll get a good home. They'll get a nice home. So it's disgusting. And, and Kenya said it right. Your husband's out of a job right now. So I don't think you should be talking. And look at it. You were coming for Kenya, came for Candy, came for all these women, thinking that you had the money, you had the power. But look at you now. You're at the lowest of the low now.
Whew, thank you.
Look at Ariana. Look how happy she is. You run away, Ariana.
She's very lucky. She's lucky. Did everybody speak on this subject? My screen's kept.
I didn't.
Who?
I have one more thing I'd like to say. I hope him and Joy stay together. I think they're really equally yoked. I hope they don't get a divorce.
Was that shade?
Can everybody hear me?
Yes, we can. Go ahead, Julius.
Kim know better, and the oldest daughter know better. And I'm seeing those pictures of her 22-year-old daughter and her man. She is looking so at peace. Like, listen, I went to school for cosmetology, so it's like I could tell by this facial structure. That girl ain't stressed at all. She is living it. And unfortunately for her sister and her mother and her father, they know better. They grown. I hope she has learned from her little run-in, with the law. Other than that, she is living her best life, and I give her all the credit. Hopefully, she could be a sounding board for her younger siblings if they need one. Other than that, I'm going to yield back.
I appreciate you. I wish them well. And a lot of people saying that the 26-year-old, she knows better. How does she know better? She was born and raised in that house of chaos. She doesn't know anything better than the chaos.
Also, you're forgetting this. She grew up watching her mother laying it low and spreading it wide for a married man to get the coin so she could get fed.
Yeah, I feel for her because this is all she knows. And she loves her mother. So her mother asked her, come on, baby, sign here so we could get this car, so we could drive down the street and get to the supermarket and help your brothers and sisters out. And so she signs. We're going to move on. Praying for them, wish them well. I don't know. It's a hot mess. We're going to move on to Blac Chyna and Tyga. They're forcing guests to sign a $500K NDA to attend King Cairo's baptism. I would have to send King Cairo a card. Blessings and all that good stuff. But no way am I signing an NDA where I could possibly owe $500K. Where sometimes you naturally say things. I'm not talking about this interview that the Kevin Hart's assistant did. I'm talking about your friend just say, where was you last week? Oh, I was at King Cairo's baptism. Blac Chyna Tyga forced guests to sign a $500K NDA to attend King Cairo's baptism. Blac Chyna and Tyga are forcing friends and family to sign a $500K non-disclosure agreement to attend their son Cairo's baptism. Their NDA obtained by page 6 Wednesday morning prohibits guests from taking pictures, still are moving. Don't you snap that phone and sharing anything on social media. The document, which must be signed prior to the religious ceremony, also permits Chyna and Tyga to inspect and confiscate all smartphone devices, such as cell phones, Apple Watches, and tablets. The former couple's legal document, which was filed in court Tuesday, further prevents attendees from making any disparaging statements about Tyga, oral or written. This is too much. If anyone violates the agreement, they will have to pay the 6-figure fee. The Taste rapper 34 and the reality star 35 previously had been engaged in an intense custody battle over the 11-year-old son, with Tyga filing for sole custody of the child in October. Chyna, who was baptized in March and now refers to herself as her given name, Angela White, admitted in court documents at the time that she had been selling her personal belongings to make ends meet and requested child support payments from Tiger. Earlier this month, Chyna and Tiger settled their custody battle over King. In addition to the former couple having joint legal and physical custody of their son, they will also both have the right to make decisions regarding his general welfare, education, and health. Tiger-born Michael Ray Stevenson will not have to pay child support. The court overseeing the case also ordered that neither party could speak negatively about the other in front of the child, and also required the parents to enroll in a program that will help monitor their communication about co-parenting. Chyna and Tiger began dating in 2011 after she starred in a music video for his hit Rack City. They welcomed King in 2012 and got engaged shortly thereafter before breaking up 2 years later. The former Rob and Chyna star also shares daughter Dream 7 with her ex-fiance Rob Kardashian. Y'all want to go to this baptism? You going to sign the NDA? Leo, what are your thoughts?
I wish Chyna, Angela White and Tiger the best. If they have negotiated something amicable between the two of them for them to co-parent, I wish them well. No, she didn't get the money, but we don't know the financial statements. Like when y'all go into court, you got to show what you got. And maybe the court seen it fit that she did not have to have any financial support because she got some coins somewhere stashed somewhere. I think it was to get his attention that she was serious about being a part of her son's life more than 1 day a week, because I thought that was the original agreement, but I might be wrong. So, I would, like I said, if it ended amicably and they both want to co-parent, somebody got the short stick. Maybe it was her, but she agreed to it. She did not continue fighting. I wish them the best with their children. I wish them the best with their child. And I hope that this is a lesson, not just for celebrities, but just people in general. Do what you need to do to make sure the father is a part of the life of your children, of your child. You cannot base everything on if he gonna pay me my money. Get your money. Do all you need to do to get your money. But if you can work out a way that the mother and the child can be a part, because she was trying to be kind of X'd out. But as long as the parents of the child are a part of the child's life, it's beneficial for your children. And I always will stand on that 10 toes down. I mean, we can go to the salacious stuff. They're going to drag me in the comments. They're going to be dragging me on the panel. But I am just a supporter of having both parents that are willing to be a part of their children's lives to be there.
Absolutely. I appreciate you, Leo. In my opinion, you signing this NDA? Would you sign?
No, I ain't signing no NDA. First of all, I don't even want to go to the baptism because I ain't never heard of a baptism where we sign and stuff just to go in. You know, it's supposed to be about the child being blessed and, and covered up. But, that's neither here nor there. They done turned baptism into a whole thing. It ain't supposed to be all this. It's supposed to be close family and friends coming together to see your child being, taken into the kingdom of the Lord. But they done changed it into a whole thing. No, I ain't signed no NDA. I don't need to go that bad. Y'all have fun.
I didn't comment on that though, Diva.
Go ahead.
I don't care. I'm with opinion. I don't even care. If I gotta sign something to go there, miss me. Nah, I mean, if that's what they want to do, cool. But I ain't gonna be there. I'm with opinion. I ain't signing nothing to be to no Christian or whatever. I mean,
especially $500,000. What if I slip and say something?
Yes.
That part right there. That's why I'm like, no, I'm good.
I asked them to say, me and David went to the baptism. Oh, that's $5,000.
Yes, I'm not doing all that. It's not that serious for me. I mean, but good luck to y'all. Good luck.
I'm gonna send my Hallmark card and my gift, and y'all have fun. Bye. E, you're up. What are your thoughts on this NDA? You going to the baptism?
I had to catch myself. You said, am I going? I don't know. Is TD Jakes going to be officiating it? I mean, I'm not sure. I don't understand what the NDA is for. Is there a reality show being filmed? Or is Tiger bringing his partner, his domestic partner, allegedly to the thing, and that's why nobody can talk about it? I mean, what is the secrecy? What is going on there that you don't want anybody to know about? How come nobody had to sign an NDA to go to the birthday parties? You had everybody there. You put it on Instagram. So what is so significant? Is this going to be on the Hulu show? Like, somebody needs to, I need some more details, because unless P. Diddy and TDJ is going to be there, I don't see what we're signing anything for. And if I'll sign it, but on that day, my name is going to be Royer, and I'm going to Tasha K after. Bam.
Royer Kibi, that's my name. Wow, get out of here. I ain't signing that mess. Sebastian, you're up.
This is I feel as if these NDAs are starting to get out of hand.
Yeah.
These NDAs are starting to get out of hand. It's because of these NDAs, certain predators got away with the things they've done, by the way.
So they think.
Well, yeah, so they think, yeah, you're right. Because once the person dies, that's when everyone starts talking. These NDAs are getting out of hand. I feel as if these NDAs are starting to violate free speech, in my opinion. They're starting to violate them. This christening, there should be no reason there's an NDA. You can have a private christening. You can have all those things. You don't open it up to the general public and stuff like that. But there should be absolutely no reason for an NDA. You can tell people to not take pictures. You can literally do that. But to not say anything that happens there, to not even, what is this? Like, it's making me question Angela, aka Blac Chyna, formerly FKA Blac Chyna. It's making me question her whole quote unquote rebirth. It's making me question. I feel as if what's happening at this christening that we can't know of, or someone cannot share with another person. Are there demonic rituals going to be happening at this christening? Is this christening an actual christening, or what's happening there? It's completely foolish. It's foolish to me. It's very foolish. And I'm glad that they found some amicable way, because at the end of the day, Tiger was the one taking care of this child, was the mother and father to this child for a good portion of his life. I'm glad they found some way to amicably take care of this child together, so now that they can do this christening. But I just want to know, like, I don't know. I talk in my sleep at times. I could never go to no christening like this.
No, I'm good. Tay, you're up.
I agree with, in my opinion, what she said about the baptism. Trust me, Diva. I've been in church and I know what a baptism is too. And if you ask me if I'm going, I rebuke the name of Jesus to go there. Okay.
Well, boom, there it is. All right, now I appreciate you, Tay. Robin, you're in the building. Are you signing the NDA? You going to the baptism?
I would happily sign an NDA if they said, "Here, Robin, this is an NDA," but it really is a piece of paper that's about, 3 or 4 inches high and about 8 inches long, and it has one line that says "Pay to the order of Robin Mo," and it's signed by one of them. And it has a lot of zeros. Otherwise, miss me. This sounds like a money grab to me. We are told, in my opinion, this is me, my own conspiracy theory for the moment is to have an NDA for a baptism, a christening sounds real far-fetched to me, unless, like you said, they're doing it, want to keep it secret because maybe they're going to be filming for a reality show or something. They offered exclusivity to People magazine or something, but I believe it's all about a payout. And if you're going to breach, by the way, you breach my NDA, and maybe I'm a plant, and I go there and I start talking to, I know Sebastian and I are there. Then we decide to go to Craig's, one of those Hollywood restaurants, and we talk, we get overheard, and they hear that I got overheard. Well, they're going to come and want to get paid. I think they're just looking for a cheap payday, and this payday is either going to come by way of them having a great idea, the people they invite are going to breach their confidence, or because they're holding out for an exclusive deal that they sold. So to that, I say, no, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Felicia, you're up.
Yeah. Hey, so I've been thinking. I think they don't want what you call Angela's mama there. I think this is for the immediate family because they know how sloppy and trashy all of them are. And they're afraid that the immediate family, I don't think anybody on this panel or most folks in this chat would go and disrespect something that is so honorable and decent and is a wonderful gathering. But they know their people. So they don't want mama there, you know, going live from the event and doing all this stuff. So they want her to sign. And they want her to know it's going to cost.
Oh my gosh.
Because we don't trust you.
Oh,
you don't know how to behave. You don't know how to act. You don't know how to fall in line. So we're going to put out this number because I forget, I think it was Sebastian who reminded me that his father's been raising him. So he has to deal with with the mother's family and part of his family. And remember, if I got it right, they've been saying that, you know, the daddy's got some issues. So I believe it's for the immediate family. They're sending out invites, but you're going to have to sign and we're going to make you pay.
And so I support Felicia on that hypothesis. I think that's what it is.
Thank you, Leah, because I don't think they're looking for you and me to come in. They're going to be people who work there, who are there to get their money and stuff. But they got family in this business and they go live for everything. They definitely would probably try to go live here. And even when you was reading that, Diva, they said that they're going to search you. They're searching people. So they know who they invited.
That's fact.
It's one of the people who got to get felt up, you know, probably got to spread stuff.
Tokyo Tony.
Yeah, because they don't trust. So they did it for the immediate family. They ain't talking about us.
Yeah, you right. I like that hypothesis. Yes, I'm a tap onto that too. Julius, you're up.
I ain't entertaining it. It ain't faith-centered. I ain't entertaining it. Because if you're going to have your child get baptized, it needs to be about encouraging his relationship with the Lord and having people sign NDAs. You worried about what other people say. You need to be worrying about the child. That is the premise of a christening, and they're missing the key point. Angela just got baptized herself, so she knows better. So she can miss me with all of that, and so can Tyga. They both can miss me with the foolery. Like, I don't like stuff like this. I don't play with. So I feel my temperature flaring up, so I'm a yield back.
There you go. Boom. Denzel, you're up.
I mean, they want to have an NDA for their child baptism. To me, that sounds a little much. And they can't talk about it. That's something good to talk about. But you know, it is what it is. And you know, I think it's foolishness. But you know, it is what it is, and I wish them well. That's it. And that's all, Diva.
I appreciate you. Now, listen, guys. Did I skip anyone before I move forward? Everybody.
Well, hey, Diva, before you move forward, let me ask you a question. You and Felicia. What is they gonna do at the baptism that they gonna talk about that they need to put in an NDA though for?
You know, no, I'm connecting with Felicia, right? Because they know.
Because I know Tokyo Tony is disrespectful, but I'm just saying, what would she be able to say other than?
No, they probably just don't want his baptism out there like that because it is so personal, and they know how the mother just she used any opportunity to make it about her. Do you know what I mean? So they just don't want, and maybe they are trying to sell exclusive photos, but I'm connecting with, they know who's gonna cut up. They know who would Tokyo Tony, before they even put his head back in the water, she would have that thing streaming live. She would be taking pictures, she would be acting a fool. And you know, Angela White has trouble talking to her mom because it's her mom, right? So rather than have to deal with her mom, she's doing it generically. Everybody got to sign this, including you, Mom. So, Felicia, did you want to say something before I move forward?
Well, what I was thinking was when you said before the child has his head out of the water, maybe the grandmother went and threw herself in, and listen, we all got family that know how to act out. Every one of us.
Yeah, and she's
together, and you know who the people are that you got to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you have a lot of folks, and you can't really be watching them. And with all these phones, and she I forget how many followers she has, but she goes live, and she acts out. She could just disrupt the whole event. They don't want to take that risk. Sign it, Mom.
And that's it, and that's all. Boom. Yeah. So let's move forward. Everybody did speak, right? So I want to go into, normally at this time we do our feel-good story. This story is more educational because we gotta protect the children, right? So I want everybody to see this. We're gonna hold on one second.
Team continues to follow the growing problem now of sextortion and what's being done to try and protect our kids.
Yeah, we've shared the story of Streetsboro parents whose son was a victim of the crime and took his life a year ago. I sat down with Tim and Tamia Woods, who are on a mission to save lives.
My whole world was taken away from me. He was my everything.
Time pretty much stopped. From that moment, it was just pretty much anger.
Their world turned upside down. It's been a year since Tim and Tamia Woods lost their only child, James. The Streetsboro teen took his own life, the victim of sextortion, something these parents knew nothing about until they went through the painful process of looking into their son's senseless death.
We poured love into our son for 17 and a half years. And 200 messages in under 24 hours, they took his life. So everything that we instilled in our son, someone else it took less than a day to take his life.
Tamia says the predators were relentless, texting, calling James, telling him they were going to ruin his life by sending out compromising pictures of the teen. She says James thought he was only exchanging the photos with who he believed was a 19-year-old girl who reached out to him on Instagram. Tamia says sextortionists tried to blackmail her son for thousands of dollars, money he didn't have.
I miss my baby. I miss his touch. I miss his smile.
I first sat down with Tamia in her home just weeks after James took his life.
That's his number. That he was born on July 23rd. He was going to graduate on May 23rd, turn 18 in 2023.
The emotions incredibly raw, a roller coaster of grief for her and her husband. Through it all, the couples made it their mission to turn their pain into purpose. We followed their journey, a journey, they say, led by James's legacy to always help others.
Come on, James! Come on, James! Come on, baby!
The two set up the Do It for James Foundation in honor of their track star son, creating scholarships and walks to raise awareness. They've met with lawmakers pushing for sextortion laws to protect kids.
We want to make sure that we stand tall and we have our children's back 100%.
They also took part in our community forum, Protecting Our Kids, 19 Solutions Special Report.
Everything that we've given to our son in 17 and a half years was taken away in 19 and a half hours.
We followed them to Columbus for the Ohio School Safety Summit, where they shared their story with educators, parents, and police officers.
May, June. We thought June and July would settle down. It really didn't.
Scheduling more than 100 events this year, including library visits. And recently, Tim and Tamia were chosen to speak to thousands of law enforcement from around the world at the International Association of Chiefs of Police Conference in San Diego. They've passed out thousands of these placards talking to teens and parents about what to do to protect themselves from predators. The couple says after hearing James's story, many kids approach them for help.
I think I helped save his life, actually. He was in a real dark place. He details everything going on in his life, and it was real sad. And it seemed like he just needed someone to talk to, and I was that someone.
Even parents have came and said we've opened up opportunities in a conversation that wouldn't have been open if it wasn't for us initiating that conversation.
Conversations that are helping others and helping these still grieving parents cope with the loss of their beloved son, James.
It's certainly been a difficult year for them. Homeland Security is following up on a couple of leads, but so far no arrests in James's case.
I thought it was important to share that story.
I'm over here in tears.
I thought it was important for me to share that story because, I just thought about how, Felicia always says that children are to be loved and protected. And I think that with this digital age, the teenagers or people they freely send stuff via the internet. Do you know what I mean? And we got to let our kids know, do not send these compromising pictures to anyone. Don't correspond with people that you don't even know, like over the phone like that and sending them stuff. I want to give everybody 60 seconds before we close out. Leo, any thoughts on this story?
I think of all my babies. That my babies are homeschooled. I got several stages of babies. Like I have some that's in their 30s. I have some that's in their 20s. And I have some that's in their teens. And the thought that somebody is driving the nail into them so much that they will unalive themselves before they will not reach out to their auntie. It breaks my heart. I let all my babies know all through the years. I don't care what it is. I don't care if you think it's your fault. Reach out to me. Make sure you are a conduit. At least offer it. If you don't think you can talk to your parents, talk to me. Call me. I am available 24 hours, 7 days a week. And we will figure it out. Yeah. I just,
sad.
It's so sad. It's so sad. Just, what can we do, Diva? We can tell them, we can say these things, but who knows if they'll listen?
Yeah. Lisa, they did not find the person. They did not find the person. Yeah. In my opinion, 60 seconds.
I've had to deal with something like this on Facebook. Luckily, my son was smart enough to tell me, and I hopped in there in that chat, and I put an end to it. Okay, I keep telling y'all I'm a mama bear, so you better not come looking for mine, because I'm gonna
I know
get you.
that's right. I know
But
that's right.
I told her I was locked and loaded. I didn't know who or she or he was. Okay, messaging a teenager, but I told her you don't want me to come because I'm strapped and I got a license. Okay, and I will take you out about mine.
Yeah.
I know,
Thank
right?
you, in my opinion. E, you're up.
Sorry, Diva, I had to step away. I'm so sorry. Can you skip me for this one?
Yes, I can. Sebastian.
These suspects, for who do these things, like these extortioning of sexual pictures and stuff, they're very hard to find, and sometimes they're not even located in the United States. Sometimes they're not located in the United States, and sometimes they're actually not actual people. They're your friends. There are people who are close to you doing this to you. Sometimes.
Say it, Bastion.
Sometimes it's not someone who doesn't know who you are. Sometimes they know exactly who you are. They know exactly where you live. They know all the details about you, but they want to have this information as leverage against you. This is completely dangerous. And I've been seeing a lot. I remember seeing this story started out with this college kid, and then now this kid. Like, I've been seeing this happening a lot, especially with people in my generation. And the biggest reason it spikes mostly during like school breaks, because they know like more kids are into technology during school breaks and stuff like that. So this is where all these things start happening. But a lot of young people, my generation, are very ashamed to ever say if they sent pictures like that to another person. If they do things, they're very ashamed of it, which is why they tend to not speak or anything. And I just hope that this is getting more coverage, because it really isn't. The only time people talk about this is when it happens. Like, this is something that needs to be nationwide. A chat about this, because this is getting very, very crazy, and young people are unaliving themselves because of this, because they're scared that their private pictures will be leaked all over the internet.
Yeah.
But I hope that they know that if your pictures are leaked all over the internet, you can definitely try to you can get them to get down. You can get that. You can try to get them you can try to get it down. But what's on the internet, a lot of people may already have saved. But the thing is, I would recommend no one to send pictures like this to anyone. I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna sound, you could be married to the person, you could be dating the person. Don't send nudity pictures.
I agree with you. I agree with you on that.
You're gonna see it in person, and that's it.
And that's it.
Not in no text messages, not in even a video call, because I don't know if you're screen recording. So you're gonna see it in person. That's it.
That's it. Yeah, I agree with you. Tay, 60 seconds.
My heart and my cousin to the parents who lost their kid for this right here. It just so sad. It just breaks your heart. No parents ever should bury their child like that. All I say is, you better be careful who you trust, and keep your friends close, but keep your even closer. Protect yourself and delete the picture from your page.
Yeah. Thank you, Tay. Robin?
Yeah. It's about loving and protecting the children. If you have them in your lives, hopefully you'll have good relationships where, like, who was that? Leo said that they will talk to you, that they'll come to you, and that they do that even when they don't go to their parents. That's it.
Thank you. I don't know about this, Katrina. She said, I thought sexting was against the law.
It is. In the state of New York, if two teens are exchanging these type of pictures or stuff like that, it is, if you're sending, receiving, or forwarding pictures of these type of things as a child, and you're a teen yourself, this is what's it called? Child.
I know. I don't say it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. I got you.
Child thing,
Got
and you can get charged.
Okay. Thank you. Felicia?
Yes. Yeah. All children ought to be loved and protected. There are predators everywhere. I would add to what Leo said that you don't just offer yourself out there for them to be able to come talk to you, but you put yourself in a place with them that you can talk to them. You ask them, how's it going? What's school like? Who are your friends? How do you use social media? Are you on social media? Have you ever sent anybody a picture that you may not have been comfortable with? What happened? Talk to me. I believe adults need to become very comfortable with conversations like this with even the little teeny tiny ones, the 4-year-olds, the 5-year-olds. Did anyone touch you inappropriately? Did somebody make you feel comfortable or uncomfortable? I don't want you. Who's a stranger? Did so-and-so ever do X, Y, Z? But you put it at the level of the person you're speaking with. He was 17 and a half, loved by his parents. His mother's heart is shattered. And he felt such shame that he didn't go to his parents. I would never want my children, as big as they are, as grown as they are, to feel such shame that they wouldn't come to me. And I believe that my children know that they can come to me. Yes, I've had to take a minute, maybe even an hour, and I'll say it. I need time, but I heard you. I'm going to come back. Please be open. And to my sisters in the back row, you never feel shame. Don't let anybody put you in a place of fear and silence that you don't speak up when you've been harmed and offended, when someone has taught or treated you in a bad way because you said hello, or you said excuse me, or you would go with them to lunch, or you thought they were cute. If someone has offended you, they have harmed you, they have violated you, you find that person, those people, to hold them accountable. I don't want you feeling shame and embarrassment. They're the ones who should be shamed and embarrassed. Find that person who's going to believe you and is going to find you some kind of way to figure out how to help you heal from such a bad experience. And do learn from it. These predators out here, they're sharing these kind of photos in the jail cells, the same way they did 20 years ago. They just had to wait for the mail to come. Don't do it. Honor yourself. Know that down the road, you're going to be a full-grown woman with a real life. And you don't want to have all this regret for having sent some nobody a photo of you when you were vulnerable that they used to harm and hurt you.
Yeah.
I'm done.
I appreciate your message. Julia, 60 seconds.
Blackmail is not easy to speak from. I know it all too well. But I was lucky. God was on my side.
Yes, sir.
And when I decided to take the Spirit's hand of radical intervention on my behalf, I was in my mother's lap, bawling. And that's when it began to stop. And it wasn't an associate of mine. Still to this very day, I don't talk to the person no more. I have done my healing. But I tell anybody, and I want this message to get out. If your mind, body, and soul, gut instinct, intuition is telling you, do not trust, listen to it. Listen to it. Because it will save you. It will save you plenty of stress and plenty of hard times. That's all I have to say.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Julius. Denzel, 60 seconds.
Yes, ma'am. This that was a sad story. So rest in peace to him. Condolences to his parents and condolences to his family and friends. That's a sad situation there. Parent, and I know it's easy said and done, but parents they need to teach their children not to not to send those type of pictures, and teach their children to be careful. And if any child is going through that, and again, I know it's easy said and done, but if children went through that, they should talk to their parents, talk to somebody that they trust, and you know, and you know, you can't trust people. We live in an evil world, and we can't you can't trust people, and just be careful. Just be careful, and that's it, and that's all.
I appreciate you, Denzel. I appreciate
You're welcome. You're welcome.
No problem. I appreciate everybody for hanging in there. I just thought it was an important message to send out there. Speak to the people in your family. It starts with us, right? Speak to the people in your family, your cousins, your nieces, your nephews, everybody, and let them know. Don't let anybody scare you. Talk to us. We could get through this together. My heart breaks for the parents. My condolences to them. But God bless them for having the strength to, go out there and try to save someone else's life. Save another young teenager, to let them know, don't be afraid. Thank you, guys. If you didn't hit the like button coming in, please hit it on the way out. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for being here. Bye.
Yeah, have a great night.
Good night, everybody. Hold on to your